Not sure where to begin. I like to see my face on the screen. It sort of like reminds me that I'm still there. I'm not sure if I should begin by the puzzle pieces of Elohim, in which I'm only saying it because it's in my head and it was mentioned to me. And where am I going to start? My cat's outside scratching to come in, so I'm going to go let the cat in. This is professional, like Alex Jones, right? Alex Jones. It's all about TV and getting the votes and getting the people, but in all actuality, that's what it is. I want to give the actuality. I don't want anybody watching what's not actual, not reality. This is my reality, and I have to start exactly how it is. So by me thinking that the cat is scratching at the door, the lion or the lionel, Lionel. In French, they would say it's Christmas. So when we say the circle of life, when we speak from the French, we would actually be talking about Christmas. Okay, so what we're going to move on to now is one of the pieces. Can you see the yod inside here? They say Rael is used with a yod and a lamed. When you create the lamed, here's the lamed over here. Here's that lamed, right? Okay, part of the bricks. Before I start with anything, we're going to jump off of that, and I'm going to jump back. Jericho, the Joshua tree in the Battle of Jericho. Understanding the tumbler, understanding how they use tumbler in the movie Matrix, understanding the Joshua tree, the laws or the walls must come down. Target, apparently, as a joke or not as a joke, failed in Canada because of cherry coke. Now, I hear things, whether it's true, whether it's not true, it's what my mind retains and what takes me to the next level. Cherry coke again, Jericho, 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 cherry coke, Jericho. DNA and the walls. The DNA, number 14, 1 and 4, AD 5 or BC 5, 9/11. Cherry coke, Target stores. The red nose of the reindeer, Nibiru. And many other red Japan, Ja-pa. The step. The step of who? Or the speaking of Napoleon. The understanding of Columbus. To conquer. With it, to conquer. I'd like to speak English, Hebrew, Yiddish, Spanish, and German. Here's number 1. If I use 3 squares by 2, I cannot put a 1 down in the center because the center is to the left or to the right. To keep the center of 2, I need a square. Otherwise, it looks like this, and I must fill in both sides right away. Give that a twist on a DNA strand. 2 lamed backwards. How about 3? All we put in was a T and another one of Elohim's. The front end of the red-eyed goose, of the reindeer, the 2 eyes, the horns, because this and this are the corners of tic-tac-toe. All in vain, 4 to fame, turn it sideways, it's a jack. Back to the 5, 6, 7, and we didn't do 8, 9, because 9 is like 6, and 10 is special. But now we're going to change it to colors. The color of number 1 is red. The color of number 2 is white. The color of number 3 is blue. The color of number 4 is green. The number 5 is green. No, the number 4 is yellow. Yellow and green. The number 5 is green. Now, where am I getting these colors from? From thoroughbred horse racing or from standardbred horse racing? How I accumulate the numbers with the colors. 1 equals to a value of Neo Anderson, 34, DC. Number 34 equals 7. 7. This one is 58. 7 and 4, Jesus Christ. 7 and 4, Alpha, Beta, Father. 1 and 2. 3 is number 2. 4 is number 6 and reverts down to BC. Because anything that is 0 will always be a 6. Anything that is 6 can always be an 8. Anything in the 6th position can connect with 7, 13, or 1, 7, 7 in the center, 10 and 13, but you should be between right and left, except you are being distorted. 7 equals number 65, 7 and 3, the numbers in Nibiru, they each get the same count, 56 and 65, the calling of the white wolf, because that's all the same numbers. And I'm not going to talk about the white wolf, which is the water, the boiling water, the steaming water inside of us that brings us to understand how the machine, we are the machines, how we bring in the vibration, how we understand. Where is the machine? How come I understand you? Because my ears hear, I should understand. There has to be a logic how it works. 6 equals to number 52, which equals to 7. 6 equals 7. 7 equals 2. 1 equals 7. 3 equals 2. 1, 3, 6, 7. 56. 6 equals 52. 5 and 2 is 7. 1 equals 16, because it is within 1 that you get the light. And 6 is the only 7 that exists. 6, 7, and 8 in the cards have 6 identical positions in it. 8, this is 8. Do you see how the 8 card works? We're going to make the 8 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another dot over here. 6, 7, and 8. This would be the 8 card. 2 at the bottom, 6 at the top. 4 around here, 1 down here, and I'm going to show you that on the next page. I'm going to show you that on the next page. It creates the fish. Number 26. 2 and 6 is 8. 26, this is the card. Okay, the bottom and the top moons and the 4 corners. 2 in the center, 2 at the top. We're not going to count these added on ones. I'm not sure how they work. But if you look, it's 6 and 2 tails. 2 tails here, and there's going to be another tail over here. 1 and 3, and 1 and 3, 13, 31, 11 times 11 times 11. 1 and 1, and 1 and 1, and 1 and 1 and 1. H is the 8th letter. 0 equals 15, equals 6 equals 86. 8 is the opposite of 6. So this would be 6, 6, 6, 6, in which this 6 over here will be 3 and 3, 6. This 6 over here will be 4 and 2, 6. This 6 over here will be 5 and 1, 6. This 6 does not exist. This is a calling of saying the one spirit in the 7th gate. 1 and 6 is the 7th gate. 1 plus 2.5. 7 minus 3.5. 2.5 and 3.5. 3, 5, 5, 3. You see the letter N creating the W. 5 and 3 equals to 4 and 2. 4 and 2 is right here. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is 8 and 6. And that's the cat's, the 9 lives of the cat. You see how it works over here? These 4 connect over here. Man's 4. This is the 4 with the 5 in the center. It's fully connected. 4 on the outside, and the heart is over here. 5 and 4 in the center with the heart. 5, 5, and 5. But the reality is 90 to 90 to 90 to 90, all 4 corners, 360. In all actuality, it should be 180 to 180 to 180 to 180. 180 to here, 180 to here is 360, 180 to here is 540, 180 to here is 720. 720 degrees makes one of this. And this is only one, and Rubik's Cube has more than one. 2 of them make 1440. 4 of them, 2 Rubik's Cubes, make 2888 times 1.25 times 72 equals 25,920. Here is your 11th gate. It's a horn on this side and a horn on this side. One eye and one eye come together. And this is your V5, 5, 8, 11. 2 sides divided by 2 sides. See the way the 8 comes together? See the X that's in the center? In the reality, it's a peg. Do you see the peg or the fish inside? The same thing as the Jesus fish here. The reality is because we're building. Everything is an expression. What we understand today is only because of what somebody said and what you see. But if you see deeper, we take the R letter. Here's the R letter. All I have to do is go, it's a half an N missing a leg right over here. I'm missing the leg going up. So if that was an N or R's, this is an R going, this is an R, okay, going this way. Forget about this. Now if I put an X through it, it would say 911. It would be an R going this way, both supporting the same leg. And N, X would all be in the same word. Once I crisscross it across this way, now you start to say double A's and etc. batteries, blah, 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 blah. There's a whole bunch of things to do of what you want to do. And when you're talking about Neo-Anderson, okay, or Zion, because the end of the N is an I, connecting together. Inside of this N, in this circle over here, is the gateway between two sides. 7 and 7, if you want to look at it that way. It also says Zion inside the word. R and N, 14 and 18, 32 creates a doorway. The stand for the R. The lobster, the red lobster, the red devil, the red lobster is the energy. Is the energy. Something to do with the energy. Is that the demon, the devil inside of us? Satan is only a spirit angel transmission. The angle of the DNA is the Satan. Only man can create his own vision. In the thousands of years on this earth, has anybody ever seen the Satan? And it's only what you'll be able to create, because if you know how to create something, you can create anything you want. They make dogs small enough to put in your hand today. But 30 years ago, they didn't have them because of science. The other thing I want to understand is that when you mention this, when we go down to Las Vegas, okay, Lake Mead, Nevada, something underneath Nevada, or at the bottom there, they're scraping it, but there's something to do with a Vega card. That's why they call it Las Vegas, because they're always having to repeat the same name. 7 and 6 is 13, and 9 is 22 equals 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equals 7. 7 and 4 says Christ in heaven. If you take into consideration this one, 0 equals 15, or 1.5 times anything, or 5 times 3 is 15, 5 plus 3 is 8 is 23. 23rd hour is 11. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 6, 11. $66. I want to look at one more thing. One other thing that I mentioned in the last video, 23, Michael Jordan, MJ, Michael Jackson, 23. 8 and 11 is 19, separation. 36, creation of 1.5 times whatever it is, because this side over here is 369. Okay, the appreciation. What we have to understand is whatever we do, we always want to multiply everything by 3, because we always have the fourth corner, right? So 3 times 10 is 30. Okay, 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 times, let's do it together. 3 by 13 is 39. 3 and 9 is 3. 3 by 8 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 3 by 11 is 33. 3 and 3 is 6. 3 times 17 is 51. 5 and 1 is 6. 3 by 15 is 45. 4 and 5 is 9. 3, 6, 9. That's how it works. Everything is tied up with something else. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I think I'm going to be into a little bit of yellow. Yellow and red. The chicken's foot and the chicken's hat. I want to know languages, how to say numbers. I want to know languages, because once we say the sound, that's all I need to know. Thank you.